Hello, friends. I'm Mercy Otis Warren, and this is Voice of the Colonies, brought to you in part by...
Want the lean build of a patriot and the stamina of a midnight rider? Join Flying Camp Fitness. Our 4-week program includes cannonball curls, musket squats, and March for Miles Mondays. Get fit, fight tyranny, and look good while doing it. Flying Camp Fitness, redcoat chasing cardio for the modern militia.
This 4th week of September 1775 is a busy one. Let's begin up north, where Benedict Arnold and his expedition are trudging deeper into Maine on their way to Quebec. Over 1,100 men, dragging bateaux, flat-bottomed boats, through bogs and carrying them over mountains. The men hack through forests that are so thick, the sun barely touches the ground, and the rivers rise against them. They thought the journey would take 3 weeks, but it's going to take far longer. By now, their boots are rotting, their supplies are shrinking, and their bellies are growling. But still, they march, with Arnold urging them on. Meanwhile, General Richard Montgomery continues his siege at Fort St. John in Canada, the same fort that guards the approach to Montreal. Our boys circle it like wolves, but the British within are stubborn, and their native allies prowl the edges of the camp. Montgomery writes that he hopes the fort will fall soon, but the truth is, it's dragging on longer than expected, and every day spent there gives the British time to prepare elsewhere. In New York, the shock of British occupation still rattles the people. The city is too important to ignore, but for now, it's lost, and that loss is a heavy weight. Now to Boston, where the siege holds steady. Washington's army is restless. They have been sitting in camps for months, staring at the redcoats bottled up in the city. Inside the city walls, trapped families write letters out to cousins in the countryside, begging for flour, for news, and for hope. Now, there was one moment that made everyone jumpy. On September 22nd, just as dusk settled over Cambridge, the air shuddered with the roar of cannon. While patriots leapt to their feet, muskets in hand, convinced the redcoats were going to storm the lines, but no, this thunder was no attack. It was the King's men in Boston firing off salutes for George III's coronation anniversary. A reminder that to the British, this is all still pageantry, while for us, it's life and death. We'll be back after this.
How do you solve a problem like the British? You don't sing at 'em, you melt pewter and fire it right back. Introducing Liberty and Lead, your local Patriot-approved armament crafters. We turn your forgotten flatware into freedom-fighting firepower. Spoons to shot, mugs to musket balls, even Grandma's old curtain rods, cannon ready. Don't just set the table, defend it. Liberty and Lead, turning teaspoons into treason.
Welcome back. New whispers are slithering through the colonies. Britain is hiring foreign soldiers to put us down. Hessians, they call them. Hard German mercenaries who fight for coin, not for king or cause. Whether it is true or not, the rumor is enough to send shivers down every spine, from New Hampshire to Georgia. If the king truly means to unleash strangers on his own subjects, then let no one pretend this is a family quarrel anymore. It is total war. And the fighting is not only against redcoats in bright scarlet. This very week in Virginia, the Carolinas and beyond, militias are clashing with their own neighbors. Patriots storm meetings, dragging known loyalists into the street and seizing powder before it can be handed to the king's men. Families that once prayed together now glare across fence lines, muskets slung over shoulders. The revolution wears an ugly face here. Civil war in miniature, neighbor against neighbor. So as September fades, the leaves begin to turn and the nights grow cold, the war also shifts into a new season. The easy days, if ever there were such things, are behind us. Ahead lie hunger, hardship, and trials we haven't even imagined. But there's also hope, and it's burning brighter than fear. And if you want to stay apprised of the news as we progress through each week of 1775, make sure to subscribe below. As always, I am your faithful correspondent, Mercy Otis Warren, and this has been Voice of the Colonies.